Well, hello there, professional videographers. We're glad that you're here with us. I just wanted to take a quick minute and tell you about a great meetup that we have coming up here on July 25th at 6 p.m. at Red Rocks Community College. We're going to have the infamous Adam Lipsius with us, talking to us about all of his successes.
Infamous, really infamous. Son of a gun, well, you're gonna have to show up to figure out exactly why.
Right,
infamous.
Very good. So this is now Adam Lipsius is with Uptown 6. He's got a huge background in feature filmmaking. You can learn. Yeah, you can learn more about him and some of the films that he's been involved with at uptown6.com. Adam, hey, I really appreciate you being here with me today. And let's give some folks a little bit of information about you, if you don't mind. Introduce yourself and just tell us just a little bit about your background.
Son of a gun. I've been doing this stuff forever. It feels like, since like a year or two after getting out of college. Started out as an editor, well, as an apprentice editor, an assistant editor, sound editor back in New York. Started producing indie features, started teaching film school, went to film school, made commercials for a toy company while I was in film school, and then started doing features. So over the last 10 years, I've done 6 movies, features, where I was above the line as either a writer, a producer, or a director. So check them out.
Super appreciate that. And I know, just a note there, if you go to uptown6.com, you can see some of the material that Adam's been involved with. Now, Adam, if you don't mind, I guess you touched on it a little bit, but how did you get started in the feature side of things?
God, I mean, it was everything I've ever done was a mistake. So I think I backed my way into it. I started out working in docs. I kind of bluffed my way onto a Ken Burns show in post-production. Took up with the sound editors, and then was organizing their sound library. It is a long, riveting story that you might be subjected to later. But I'll cut to the chase. While I was in it, got into the Editors Guild, started working on, these amazing movies. Like I worked on Men in Black. I did 3 Scorsese films. Really learned kind of how these geniuses put things together by sort of deconstructing it on the back end. And figured out how to give it a try.
Very good. Now, what,
like I said, everything I've ever done was a mistake, and that was one of them. So there you go.
Now, in terms of features, what production would you say that you were involved with that you felt was the best, the biggest success for you?
Man, well, I mean, everything's a success and everything's a failure in its own unique way. The first movie I did was a teen rom-com called 16 Love, and that honestly was like the most fun. They all got harder from there. I did a disaster movie for the Asylum, the Sharknado guys, that we had 2 weeks to shoot and a week to prep. I think surviving that was an accomplishment.
Sure.
I did this arts film, like a festival drama in Wales called Amy and Sophia. I actually really liked that film. And then I just did what is probably my biggest movie, Crime Story with Richard Dreyfuss and Mira Sorvino. And getting out of that alive, I would call a success. Though if I had things to do differently, which I don't, right? You get one bite of the apple.
Yep, that's it.
There are things I would probably modify going forward.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, now, if you had just one tip to give to that budding filmmaker, somebody that's trying to get into the industry, what would that be?
Don't do it. Don't do it. Or if you're going to do it, I would turn my focus and attention, honestly, away from features and towards series, whether that's a web series or a podcast or a TV show that you're dreaming up. Ted Sarandos was in town a few years ago for Series Fest, and he was saying that Netflix that year, I think it was 2019, it might have been 2018, was going to do 83 features, which sounds like a ton, right? They were also going to do 700 series.
Wow.
And so if the average series episode is 40 minutes and there's 10 episodes and whatever, they were going to do like 3,500 minutes of TV show for every minute they were going to do. And I just did that math on the fly. So if I utterly screw it up, but like for every minute of feature they were making, it was hundreds more minutes of TV. So think about that as you decide where you want to earn a living.
All right. Well, very good. Well, hey, thanks again for watching. Make sure to come out to our meetup.
Is anybody
here.
there?
Yeah, no,
You think
we hope so.
I mean, they've got to be gone by now, right? I mean, this is the internet. There's tons to do.
Feature films, don't do it.
Yeah,
man.
don't.
So July 25th, coming up here this next month at 6 p.m. at Red Rocks Community College. We'll park in the west parking lot, go through the west doors. We'll be in the basement right there in the common area. You can't miss us.
Starting in the basement sounds right.
Yeah, hey, from the bottom up, baby.
And if somebody can get me directions, that would be really just a blessing. So thank you.
We'll see you guys soon.